Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, today Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UCLA's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. And I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
And he's still running after the move. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Complete to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Bruins, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Intercepted in the first drive into the pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
The Sooners are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Inside the 10-yard line, it's shoved out of bounds at the 9. And the Sooners will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and 14. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. They are going back to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Prime. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. To the air, it's Francis. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They want to throw it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires it incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Reads it, fires complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. To the air. It's Francis. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Unloads quickly. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. A strike downfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Pulls it in. It's Pride. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
With the catch, it's Kearney. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. He'll pull it on the read. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on third and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooners! On to attempt the try. It's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That's caught. It's Marshall. Oh, ball's out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the shotgun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the easy completion. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. Now on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He'll do it himself. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You cannot say enough about this quarterback's toughness on that one. Staring downfield, knowing he's going to get absolutely blasted by the defender, and still somehow able to deliver an accurate throw way down the field. It just does not get any better than that from the quarterback position.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cox. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Inside the 25. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Bruins! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for room, it's Hunt. Sweet cut there. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
The Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cox. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Lost to throw again. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's good from 58 yards out.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, Nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Turning it on! And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Hunt. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunt. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Sooners are on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Marches ahead. And they'll knock him down. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cox. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Makes him past the marker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes his man miss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Trying to get it to the marker. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's a really good job on fourth down, man. The running back knowing where he needed to get. But how about the defense? They sell out, bring all those bodies up. If you make one of those guys miss, a lot of time with all those guys near the line of scrimmage, it can lead to a big play. New set of downs for this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Francis. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads to the wide out. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The short hands, it's Thomas. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners want to move quickly. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, they say low man wins, and on that third down, the defense, they were expecting quarterback sneak. Did you see how low the D-line got? And they were able to just stymie that offense for no gain.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line, it's Matthews. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Reese. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Bruins are marching down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Pride. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Back to throw, it's Francis. Got him downfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth.
Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Gonna take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's open on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Francis. Got it in the middle, it's Hunt. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Never a doubt. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside the spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Bringing the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Grabs it in the middle. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Right on target this time. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster now, dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he got loose. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out, and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.